Nice move, and I'm telling you that when there is fights, you don't shout my eyes, oh, my eyes, oh. I'm trying to use layman expression. When you are fighting with fellow man, you don't shout my head, oh, my head, oh, my eyes, oh. No, the Fulani killer headers, they are the one that brought this kind of pogrom to Nigeria, and it kept on encroaching and encroaching, going on and on across the farmlands in the north, in the mid belt, southwest and southeast. And now that Nigerians farmers, Nigerian governors have taken it upon themselves, you know, initiated forest guard, vigilantes, you know, security outfit like Amoteku, ESN, like the one they have in the mid belt and Zamfara and Katsina, I mean the original houses. So this time around, Sadano Sokoto, the owner of this ranching, cattle rearers, the owner of the business himself, he has started crying because he is receiving the information, the message from all his allies in the bush. All those Fulani Wolof that are going from place to place, rearing cattle, grazing on people's farms, you know, they are receiving the information that night grazing is banned in the southeastern Nigeria, signed by Asorock. You don't go from place to place again carrying gun as a Fulani cattle rearer. You don't do that. If they see you anywhere in Nigeria, you are gone. I don't know what I understand. Yeah. So he has now begun to receive the message that cattle rearers, Fulani headers, wielding guns, AK-47 and then guns, has become a thing of the past. That's why he actually visited Asorock. Then in the southeastern Nigeria anyway, Enugu State and Anambra State, they have made a law. And if that law gets contravened, if Fulani cattle rearers destroy or violate any law in the southeastern Nigeria, they are going to pay dearly to it. So the forest guard now in Enugu State are well coordinated among themselves, well paid by Enugu State governor. Listen again, the forest guard in Imo State and all those vigilantes initiated by Opus Odema, they are well coordinated. They cooperate among themselves. Uzodima, yes, he has his own.
But people are good now.
No, about Abagu is a different one. There's a new one now. I'm telling you, they are after Fulanis. Udogachi is in Anambra State. Udogachi, Agune Chemba. There are other ones in Anambra State. So Fulani cattle rearers
fighting the Fulanis. Have you ever seen the?
No. What happened in Anambra State is that Soludo is using his own to settle scores among the youths, you know, killing and decimating innocent Anambra youths. But I'm talking about Yahoo boys. Instead of fighting the Fulanis, the insurgents in the bush, that bush professor of ignorance, is busy fighting Fulani, busy fighting Yahoo. I don't understand. Babalawos, Achawo, people like youth coppers, people that don't dress decently. I don't know what to understand. That's why people are questioning his professorial award or achievement. That this one is a professor of ignorance. I don't know what to understand. So what I'm trying to say is that Sadano Sokoto, he just started crying. No, it doesn't matter. He should cry and cry and cry as far as Riyadh, from Riyadh to Zurich. His cry is never done, because from Sahel country, Sadano Sokoto will be crying and crying and crying and crying into Atlantic Ocean. The Fulani headers are killing people across Nigeria, and he's crying because now it's getting to him. He's now feeling the pain. Listen, night grazing has been banned. Haven't you read it? Federal government has gingered the states to go against people grazing at night. How could you be going across forest by forest, farmland by farmland, swimming from one river to the other, stream by stream at night? Who are you? Are you a masquerade or are you a ghost? Fulani grazers, night grazers, they should brace it up. All the security outfits in the southeast, south, everywhere in Nigeria are against them. I can see it coming or happening in southwest. The Amotekus are taking it on them. The forest guard in Yoruba Highland, they are all awake every night, monitoring their region, the forest, streams, everywhere, farmland. Because the Fulanis, they are moving at night this time around, and they should stop it. Lagos State must reenact reactivate their own law, night grazing, because they always move at night in Lagos State here. Sanwo-Olu, I don't know what is wrong with that governor. Sanwo-Olu, I don't want to say something now, they will say I said wrong thing. Why should herders be moving at night in Lagos State, dropping animal droppings everywhere on the road? It is uncalled for. It is a dirty habit. It is illegal. So what I'm saying is that he should actually brace up the needful. It is the high time Sanwo-Olu should know that everything is all about money. Money, money, money. Man made money. God created man.
But we had somebody like the Islamic cleric scholar Shegumi come out and said the way forward is not for the Nigerians to kill these herders or kill the bandits. That what they are also human beings. That there should be a negotiation between these herders.
Listen, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Any man calling for negotiation.
Herdsmen are they terrorists?
Herdsmen are terrorists number 4 in the world. United Nations says
no, that's Boko Haram. Boko Haram.
No. Herdsmen is number 4 deadliest terrorist in the world by Antonio Guterres. Do you know how many people they killed in Nigeria from 2015 till date? Do you know how many Benue indigenes that were killed by the Herdsmen? Fulani Herdsmen are number 4th deadliest terrorism in the world, above Al-Shabaab. What are you telling me? I know what I'm saying. Go to your Google and ask. Number 4th is Fulani Herdsmen. They are terrorists. Don't mind Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi is a supporter of bandits, supporter of Boko Haram.
That's one of the solutions. That's one of the solutions to curb this. If not, the herdsmen will keep killing the farmers, and there will not be solution to this.
The only solution is to buy the herdsmen. See, listen. Yes, herdsmen. Listen, herdsmen with gun, herdsmen with weapon should be disallowed if caught. All the security outfits initiated by the 36 or something governors of the federation should be after gun wielding herdsmen. Any herder with AK-47 should be sent direct to their heaven. He must go there. So that is the point. How could herders from Mali, from Niger, be straying into Nigerian topography, geography?
Are they scared of them? Are they scared that the farmers might kill them?
No.
Or should they go with stick?
Listen, they are going with weapons because the kind of job they are doing is dangerous too. They are grazing on people's farmland. That's why they are scared. If you are doing evil, bad, you will be scared of reprisal. The people you are harming should harm you back. So why grazing on people's farmland? That's why they are scared. They are scared because what they are doing is bad. That's why the herders are scared of the farmers. They go with weapons because they believe that farmers might attack them at any time. What I'm trying to say is that Fulani herders are number 4th deadliest terrorist organization in the world. It's from United Nations organization.
From United Nations.
Yes.
So another was about we heard what the Katsina governor said. Sani Ubai said, what El-Rufai said with Channels TV during one of the interviews. Said the current Katsina governor Sani Uba and possibly Tinubu's government are paying the bandits. Is that the right thing to do? He said they are currently on Nigeria government payroll. He paid them. Is that the right thing to do?
Yeah. The state actors.
That's what.
Listen, the state actors in the north made it so. Why? The state actors in the north actually invited bandits, Boko Haram, Ansaru, killer herders, and Mahmuda in 2015 to fight Jonathan if actually he could win election of 2015. And we found out that Jonathan tried his best, but his best could not help him enough, which was why Muhammad Buhari actually won the election. Then now, after inviting all these militias from Sahel country, they could not pay them enough. That's why they persisted. They resisted, Buhari regime. Buhari said, it is finished. I have paid all of you off. They said, no, you've not paid enough. That's why you have Ansaru, you have herders, you have bandits, you have Mahmuda. Boko Haram was there before inception of Buhari's administration. It is still the same key actors, northern key state actors that brought about Boko Haram, Ansaru, the herders, and other terrorist platforms in northern region. So what happened is this. They are on the payroll of government. Why? They have intimidated Buhari regime from 2015 until 2023, straight 8 years. Who is this current government? This current government just joined the chorus so that they could bring them to their apron strange, that is control. That's why you see this current government behaving as if they are paying bandits. They are not on their payroll. It was the role of played by Gumi in the past that Gumi wanted Tinubu to agree with him. Tinubu does not align with Gumi's role in the past. Why should somebody be negotiating with terrorists? Collecting money from government, giving terrorists. Is it done anywhere in the world?
That's the solution.
Then again, that is no solution.
That's
why no Medina and Mecca. Medina and
Yes.
Mecca sack him. He could not go to Mecca. He's a terrorist. Sheikh Gumi is a terrorist. Which cleric? A cleric that meets terrorists, give them money, and took his own in the bush. Do we know the aftermath of Sheikh Gumi's meeting with terrorists? He gives them money, he takes his own. Let me tell you, we don't go look at that side. Terrorists should not be negotiated with. You don't have to romance with sadists, arsonists called terrorists. It is the responsibility of the current administration to make sure that they thoroughly stamp out insurgency in the northeast, northwest, corner, and mid-north.
I agree with these Fulanis.
I disagree with the Fulanis.
So they don't have their own view.
Are you hearing me? Nobody said they shouldn't have their own day. If there's anything that happened that requires them to have their own day, definitely they should be recognized. I'm not against that. Because if you look at what happened, June 12th, Igbo man sacrificed for June 12th. And that June 12th, it was Igbo man that announces the victory of MKO Abiola. You and I know that. It was an Igbo man. One free now. Are you getting it? One free was the one that announces the result, June 12th, which today it has been registered, and the Yorubas, the West, are honoring it. They recognize it up to this very date that the former president, the late Muhammadu Buhari, now recognize it and approve it as original date for democracy in Nigeria. If that date, May 30th, should be recognized, yes, it should, because Nigeria lost, especially, I know the Igbos, the Biafrans, we are the one that suffer more. But in a war, you know, when you are fighting somebody, you will not tell me that it will be easy for you. You one way or the other bear pains. So Nigeria bear pains. So that day should be recognized, and that day has to be given to us. If actually they really want, as they are saying, I know it was a scam. One Nigeria is a scam, and we can never agree in one Nigeria. So with what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing, not that Bola Ahmed Tinubu want to divide Nigeria, but he just want to draw attention of oneness, that the Igbos should start seeing themselves as being recognized in the nation. You understand? And if you watch now, you agree with me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is taking a step of a regional government. And that regional government is what the Fulanis hated most. You see why they are kicking against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know, when somebody do good or take a step or something, if you look into it and see it, that is good, yes, you speak it out. You speak it out. That is exactly what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. And let me tell you again, remember last time that he has moved the training camp from Zamfara, Zaria. Yes, it's from Zaria. It's in Zaria. Are you getting it? Okay, it's in Castina, to be precise. Okay, so it has been moved down to Oshogbo, Yoruba land, one part in Yoruba land. So it has been shared and it has been divided. So that strength is no longer fully in the hand of Fulanis. You understand? So all these things are the steps which Bola Ahmed Tinubu is taking, at least to reduce some of their excesses, because it's becoming too much. And because of these excesses that is on their side, that makes them to misbehave. Yes, they are misbehaving. Because if they are not misbehaving, if they actually understand, that is why to go to school is very, very important. Had it been that they understand, that we know that they don't supposed to and they shouldn't be taking laws into their hand, and they shouldn't be reacting the way they have been reacting towards every citizen of this country. Imagine today, they are being in a negotiating table. Terrorists too, they are putting amnesty. What kind of amnesty? What are they actually looking for? You know, you want to grant somebody amnesty. What is that person looking for? You should ask that person, what is your anger? What are you looking for? What are you fighting for? You understand? Is there anywhere that you have been marginalized that makes you to get angry? At least Igbos have been marginalized. If that May 30th is one of the things that will calm the nerves of the Igbos for the Biafrans to still remain in Nigeria, and that step is taken, I don't see it as anything bad. You understand? It's a sense of recognition for them to stop, to calm their anger down. You understand? And remember, in the southeast, no seaport. If the one that is here in Lagos, who are the people servicing it? Who are the people making it effective? Who are the people making it work? Is it not the Biafran, the Easterners? So what stopped Nigeria for not giving the southeast their own seaport, international airports? Why is it that it's difficult for, but in the north they have, in the west here they have, but in the east they are not qualified for what? That is what we are talking about. You see, at least when somebody is crying, pointing at, check as a father, look into it. When a child is crying, look into it and is pointing. Where is he actually pointing at? What is the purpose? What is he seeing that I am not seeing? As a father. So if taking this step we make, if at all, because I don't think it's going to be possible, one Nigeria, Igbos to stop agitation, I don't think it's going to work. But it is at least a very good step from Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have taken this kind of good step to recognize May 30th as the Igbo Day. If in California, I repeat, of America, can recognize June 14 as a Biafran Day to be celebrated in a foreign land, why can't Nigeria give us May 30th? Is there any big deal there? Of course, no big deal. It's not an issue, a major issue that the Fulani Caliphate should be complaining about or crying or talking about dividing the nation. It's not a means of dividing the nation. Rather, it is a means of recognizing everyone in the society, in the nation. That is what it means. You are trying to recognize everyone that which they claim to be part of one Nigeria. To be part of what? One Nigeria. So their recognition is necessary. Ever since Nigeria, the resources of these people are being used to bring development in other parts of Nigeria, but in their own side being denied. It's just like what the British, the Oyibos are doing against Africa. They are taking the resources of Africa to develop their own side, but they allow Africa undeveloped. The revolted African leaders, current African leaders now, to say no to that kind of system. So, which Biafrans too, we are saying no to Nigeria government, Igbo government, that we cannot be using the resources that come from our land to develop every other part of Nigeria and still allow the southeast where the resources is coming from undeveloped. You see what triggers Amonekpa? You see what triggers Mazenam Dekano? Remember, in Aburi Accord, everybody govern yourself and develop your side, because the British doesn't want development in Africa. They set up war between the two brothers. And let me tell you, we are not together before. They are the ones that join us together. Yet, even after joining us together, they still come and join our head together to cause pollution, and they begin to kill one another. For you to see how the British and how all these Oyibos, how wicked and devilish they are. And I'm happy that today we are having some leaders that are waking up from their slumber, that are trying to correct themselves from the mistake of the past fathers, parents of African leaders, core African leaders. The current ones now have woken up from their sleep. And I pray that Chukwu Kikabiama will continue to lead them.
But if the
Liberation is very, very important. Yes, liberation. Africa must free. Africa must be free from the European colonial masters. The evil enemies of progress of Africa, enemies of success of Africa, enemies of good news, good things in the ashes of Africa.
But if the federal government, finally declare, or we've seen Obasanjo come out severally and say that what is at time the Igbo is being allowed to govern this country to some extent. There's at time they let the Igbos, and at the same time, do you think that Tinubu government finally give the Igbos this May 30th day? Do you think at least this will whitewash the bad feelings that most of the Igbos, because of their marginalization against the Igbos, against the Nigerian government have against Igbos? Do you think that at least this will soften their heart a little bit?
Let me tell you, my brother, this is a game. It is politics coming from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know all his tricks. You see all this thing that you see him trying to do. It's a kind of to mire the heart of the Biafrans so that they can vote for him in 2027. Not that he actually meant it. If he really meant it, why is he going? Why did he go after Simon Ekpa? You know how much Nigeria spent, Nigeria lost, because in the case of Simon Ekpa. Did you know? Do you know? Do you know as we speak now, Nigeria cannot service all their embassies in the world. They are owing because of that huge amount of money. The huge sacrifice they sacrifice in order to castrate the Simon Ekpa. And the case of Mazen Namdekano. Do you know how much Nigeria loses every day? Can Mazen Namdekano appears in the courts? You know how much Nigeria loses? Do you know? You know how much Nigeria loses in every Monday? Sit at home. You know how much Nigeria loses? So all these things are games that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to play to win the heart because he wants to continue in 2027 to enter 2031. It's a politics. It is a game. Not that it comes from his heart. Yes, not that it comes from his heart. I know his tricks. I know all this. It's just a trick so that he will complete his tenure 8 years and still go. That's his means. Not that he really meant it. If he really meant it, I think he traveled last time to East Anambra, to be precise. After visiting Anambra and come back, tell me the major thing he has, forcefully forced to establish in the eastern region, eastern part of Nigeria. The seaport, how far? I'm asking, seaport project, how far? The international air, this thing, how far? The night post that Calabar, or is it Port Harcourt and night post whatsoever that this thing? How many people are bringing goods through that channel? What about the coastal road from here to there? How far? It is a coastal road, a project on the paper, not a project on the ground. Are you hearing me? So all these things are political programs of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which he set just to use it to do what? To convince people. What about the refinery? That he say, in the next 2 months, in the next 1 month, in the next 30 days, in the next 20 days, that they will start to work. Up till today, how many years in the office? Which of them is working? None. The man that they have given the project, you know what happened? The man now is in Obodo Igbo enjoying himself. Flexing himself with Ukum wine. So what are we saying? And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is traveling every day. Do you know how much Bola Ahmed Tinubu spend in each traveling? Any day our officials travel. Do you know how much Nigeria spend? Do you know how much Nigeria waste? Hospitality, they pay. Yes. Feeding. They are feeding their food. They pay. Do you know that if you carry Nigerian food, go to embassy, they will tell you it is poison, that they will not allow this one to cross to their side, so that you will not carry Nigerian food and go there and eat, so that you can be able to buy their own, and they will sell their own costly in their currency, and you convert it to naira. You understand? You think you are wise. Okay, our own is poison, but their own is not poison. But the same set of people will have what they call canned food, and they will put it in a can and seal it. Nobody, no law hold them. They will shift everything down to Nigeria here, to Africa here. Africans will be swallowing it and they will be enjoying it. Listen to me. By doing that, it is not against the law. Who is fooling who? It is high time that we look into some issues and stop some political games among ourselves. Let our leaders take note of this information.